people, welcome back to DR Sports on the final night of the last game of the Champions League group phase in this inaugural format. Smash that like button, get your comments in. How did your team perform tonight? Did you get through? Did you get eliminated? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to go through all of the results, including Inter Milan 3, Monaco 0 in that one. Stuttgart 1, PSG 4, Sporting Lisbon 1, Bologna 1, Sturm Graz 1, RB Leipzig 0, PSV 3, Liverpool 2. That was the game I was watching outside of here in the Box Park Liverpool Arena. Manchester City 3, Club Brugge 1. They have qualified, Man City, with goals from Kovacic. There was an own goal and Savinho gets the third. Lille 6, Feyenoord 0. Arne Slot's former team. Juventus 0, Benfica 2. Girona 1, Arsenal 2. It was Ethan Nwaneri who got the winner in that game, the youngster. And Raheem Sterling missed a very late penalty. RB Salzburg 1, Atletico de Madrid 4. Unbelievable result there, considering. And Atletico Madrid are very happy with their table finish, which I'll get into in a minute. Bayern Munich 3, Slovan Bratislava 1. Dinamo Zagreb 2, AC Milan 1. Brest 0, Real Madrid 3. They qualify now. Borussia Dortmund 3, Shakhtar Donetsk 1. Bayer Leverkusen 2, Sparta Prague 0. Barcelona, a little bit of a classic there. 2-2 at home to Atalanta. And Aston Villa 4, Celtic 2. I can't wait to watch the highlights for that one. Sounded like a crazy game. And Young Boys 0, Red Star Belgrade 1. We'll start with the Liverpool game just because I was here. Obviously it's a loss. It's an obvious blot on Slot's record at Liverpool in the Champions League. It's the only defeat of the 8 games. And if I'm honest, what did we expect with the team that he put out tonight? But I'm not even going to criticise the team or Slot. I think it was the right decision to leave all of those superstars out. The Trents, the Alissons, the Van Dijks, the Salahs. All of these guys were left at home to rest for Saturday to make sure they're fully prepared for that game. And, you have to credit PSV, I should say, for their efforts in the first half. They scored 3 goals against a Liverpool team that had only conceded 2 so far in the Champions League. Really good penalty from Cody Gakpo, who didn't celebrate against his former team, his academy. I respect that. And Harvey Elliott gets the goal to make it 2-1 to Liverpool. But in a crazy 8 minutes that followed that up until half-time, they scored 3 goals out of nowhere. So really good finish by Bakayoko, who absolutely sat down Robbo, who was the captain tonight, and Kwanzaa. Endo was latterly on the captain, and that was a real great moment to see, how much I love Endo. But listen, it is disappointing, but Liverpool don't really care. They've come to PSV with such a weaker team. Yes, maybe on another day that team still has enough to beat PSV, but let's not forget, they needed the win as well. And they've qualified tonight, so big up to them. They had to win that game. They took it a lot more seriously, quite clearly, than Liverpool did. But with the players that did play, I was a fan of McConnell's work tonight. Jayden Danns did well. I thought Chiesa running socks off. Kelleher with a few nice saves towards the end. I was impressed by that. Endo captained and marshalled the team really well. Silly mistake, obviously, by Nallo towards the end to get sent off on his Liverpool and Champions League debut. And yes, it is a blot, but again, I don't think Liverpool fans are really too bothered because they still finished top because Barcelona drew. There's a big difference in prize money. I think it's around £10 million, the difference between finishing second and first. So hopefully that goes in the transfer and wages and contracts kitty. But yeah, listen. If you had to choose to lose a game, it would have been that one if you're a Liverpool fan. Already qualified, still top of the group, not really much more to say. Yes, it's disappointing, but PSV wanted it more and they got it. Let's look at the table as it finally ends this Champions League group phase. Number 1, Liverpool, 17 goals scored, 5 conceded, 3 of those tonight. 21 points, the top team in Europe right now. Barcelona second. After their draw tonight, 19 points. Arsenal, 19 points as well, joint second, just inferior to Barca on goal difference. Inter Milan, 19 points as well, they're in third. Atletico de Madrid, 5th place with 18 points. Bayer Leverkusen also there with 16 points, even though Liverpool did beat them 4-0 earlier on in the season. Lille, another team that Liverpool beat, 16 points for them. And Aston Villa, after their 4-2 win against Celtic, 16 points for them. Atalanta will feel unlucky. They wanted to get in the top 8. If they got one more goal at the new camp, they would have. Not the new camp, you know what I mean, under construction. 15 points for them in 9th. 10th place, Borussia Dortmund, 15 points for them. 11th place in the end. I mean, they were threatening to go out of the competition at one stage, but Real Madrid, the 15 times winners, 15th 11th place, 15 points for them, as well as Milan, also European giants. They've qualified through the playoffs, 15 points for them. PSV in the playoffs, 14 points for them. PSG, who are one of the teams Liverpool could now play, 13 points for them. Benfica, also a team Liverpool could play, 13 points for them. Monaco, 13 points for them, also a team that Liverpool could play. Brest, 13 points for them, also a team Liverpool could play. So that's 3 French teams or Benfica. So let us know, Liverpool fans, in the chat, how do you feel about that one? Who could we be playing out of those 4 teams? Let us know in the chat. The draw is on Friday, and we will be doing a live broadcast for that on DR Sports, hosted by myself and Robbie. So make sure you're watching that to see who your team could face. Monaco, Brest, Feyenoord, Juventus, Celtic in 21st. Man City just on goal difference, people, by 11. But goal difference, Man City are through on 11 points in the end. Sporting Lisbon, 11 points as well. Club Brugge, 11 points as well. They're through to the playoffs. I was going to say these teams are qualified, but they haven't. They're qualified to the playoffs. They've still got to get through to the round of 16 still. Club Brugge there. Dinamo Zagreb will be gutted. They've missed out by 3 goals, goal difference on 11 points. Stuttgart, Donetsk, Bologna, Red Star, Sturm Graz, Sparta Prague, Leipzig, Girona, Salzburg, Bratislava, Slovan, and Young Boys all out of the Champions League now. And don't forget, there's no going into the Europa League, at the end of the group phase now in the Champions League. That's it. There's no Sevilla Classic coming out of that and going into the next one. It doesn't work like that in this one. So, Arsenal fans, are you happy with that win tonight in Girona? Of course you will be. A tough place to go. I went there myself not long ago, and it wasn't the best ever performance that I've seen. It was 1-0 to Liverpool. But Arsenal fans, are you happy? Aston Villa fans, you're through to the playoffs. Man City fans, through to the playoffs as well. And Real Madrid, through to the playoffs as well tonight. So, it's as you were, really. All these teams are either expected to go through in the top 8, the top teams that I'm talking about, and the rest would have gone through the playoffs. But as a Liverpool fan, I can't lie to you, at the start of the season, if you said that Arne Slot would fly through the group stage with 1 defeat away in the last game when it didn't really matter, I wouldn't have believed you. But that's what he's done, and we fly through, Liverpool do, and look forward to that draw now against either Benfica, PSG, Brest or Monaco. And if we do get Monaco, it will be the Taki Minamino derby. He'll get a great reception at Anfield if we do get Monaco. But listen, I'm happy with that. Yes, it was a defeat, but at the end of the day, like I said, the context needs to be taken into account. So many players that we've left at home, but we still got 2 goals and go through top of the table. So, like I said, the draw is coming to you live on DR Sports from 11 a.m. on Friday. Make sure you watch it. I'll be there, and let us know how your team played tonight. Don't forget there's Europa League, Conference League tomorrow night, and we'll have the draw for that as well. But great night of Champions League football. I think that's the night where people finally saw that this format is very entertaining. We'll have more for you on tomorrow's weekend preview show on DR Sports. But until then, I've been AGT. Take care.